What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel, and today we have an interview with Oliver, and Oliver actually talks about 3 different regionals that he participated over the past couple of weeks, and as you see, the deck he played is actually called Speed Donphan. Now, as you usually see in Donphan decks, they play Arena to actually search out cards, a bunch of, slow cards, but he plays, as you see, it is a Speed Donphan deck. It is pretty crazy. As you see, he plays 4 acro bikes, 4 bicycles, it plays 3 roller skates, it plays Life Dew, and he gives a good reason why he plays Life Dew. It's pretty funny. And 4 teammates, so the whole deck just cycles through really fast. You can just, once a robot substitute dies, you can use teammates to search your deck for 2 cards, while using bicycles and acro bikes to draw through your deck even faster. You can, once you run it out, you can use team trump cards to get everything back into your deck and everything like that. This is pretty crazy. This is the craziest Donphan deck I've ever seen in my life as of right now. But hopefully you enjoyed the interview, and thanks for watching. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Instead of doing a states question answer video, we're actually doing a regionals question answer video with Oliver. And Oliver, where are you from?
I am from Colchester in the UK.
Okay, and I know we're going to talk about 3 different regionals. So which regionals would you like to talk about first?
Okay, so first I'm going to talk about the regionals back in Nottingham, way back in March. So as what you probably saw earlier in the video, I took up with a Donphan deck. Now, what's different about this Donphan deck is it's running a lot of speed cards, like what you probably saw around acro bikes, bicycles, roller skates, all of that. And I want to give credit to this deck, first of all, to my very good friend, Emmanuel da Silva. So, way back at the beginning of March, he pitched his deck to me, and we tested it for a while. I was like, okay, this seems pretty cool. I didn't play it for the first regional because I was very scared of Seismitoad, which was actually pretty popular. And then he just top 4 that regional and proved me wrong. So I was like, okay, time to actually get my invite because I can't be bothered thinking about Pokemon. So I go to Nottingham and I go 5-on-1 in Swiss. It was very easy. The only person I actually lost to in Swiss was Ryan Morehouse of UK fame, who top 16 worlds last year. And then, in top 8 of that tournament, I played Alex Dow, who I think is also fairly well known, and he was running Toad Slurpuff. And unfortunately, now this is the weakness of this Donphan deck, it is very bad against the Seismitoad decks, because obviously, as you'll see in the list, it runs 20 plus items, which is the majority of my card draw. So the only way this deck can actually beat Seismitoad is I just use Hawlucha and Teammate, so I just stream Hawluchas every turn. But unfortunately what happens is that I'll take 4 prizes and then they'll just sweep the game from there, which is what you probably saw when you interviewed Tim out previously when he was talking about his game with me at another region which I didn't top cut in. So I lost to him, and then there was another regional in Ireland which I didn't go to since that was 12 hours from me. So then the following weekend I went to Yeovil, and I started out X0 in Swiss. It was a very easy tournament. And then I made top 8 again after IVing twice. Okay. And ran to Yeovil. And this is going to be a slight trend between this regional and that regional. But what happened was, game 1, he literally destroyed me. He just set up 2 Evoltals with a ton of energy. I couldn't get much damage on him at all, and he just ran through me. And then game 3, and this is going to be a trend from this and the next region I top cutted in. In game 3, I opened the hand of Hawlucha, Life Dew, Muscle Band, 2 VS Seeker, Teammate, and Energy. And my draw for turn was Bicycle, so he donked me, game 3. And that just messed up my invite. So if I made top 4 that tournament, I would have had my invite, so I had to go to more regionals. Okay. So regional after that, I was like, okay, so this Executor deck and Frisian Genesect are getting a little bit popular. It won the regional, the one in Yeovil. The one after Nottingham. So I was like, okay, so not many people run Seismitoad, right? It's why would you run Seismitoad when everyone's hyping Frisian Genesect? But no, apparently I just ran into 5 Seismitoad decks in a row and bombed. And ever since that tournament, I've labelled Tamao as the Dream Crusher because he crushed my dreams. So then after that, I was like, okay, I really can't be bothered to mess up another top 8 since otherwise I would have had to play league challenges. I was like, can't be bothered. So I went to the regional the following weekend, which was also ironically at Aldershot, the place where Tamal won the previous weekend with his Toad Garbodor deck. Okay. So I was like, okay, So then round one, I run into Executor, which is a deck I thought that I had a good matchup against. And then both games, I just drew very, very terrible. I think both times I would draw into a Sycamore the turn directly after he blockaded me. So I lost that very quick.
Yeah.
Then after that, I played against some random starter deck thing. Like that guy only played 3 months. He was running like Leafeon, Beartic, Horlucha, just some random nonsense. Donphan just walks all over that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And after that, I ran into Toad, Mega Manectric, Yanmega. I actually had to read what Yanmega did. I actually had no idea what that card did.
I don't know what it does either.
Like, in attack for Colors, that is 50. But if you evolve it and it was on your bench in the same turn, it's 100 damage. So the guy pretty much used it as a way of beating Primal Groudon because it could one-shot it for 3 energy. So I was like, okay, buddy, sure, why not? I literally walked over him because apparently he told me he only ran 2 Toad in his list. He ran like 3 Mega Manectric. And obviously, Donphan one-shots Mega Manectric for strong, a band, and a fighting stadium. I think 2 strong actually, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
All I know is spinning turn does damage. So yeah, I walked over him. And then I ran into Tool Drop, which dead drew twice against me. I don't think he took a single prize. Then after that, this must be good. Then after that, I ran into Wobbuffet Crobat, right? Like really obscure decks around here. And I played like a 40-minute game 1 with the guy. Absolutely crazy. Because he was never attacking Wobbuffet, but all he would do for his damage is he would use the evolutions of the Golbat and Crobat to spread it onto my Donphans, and then use Skill Dive to knock me out. And of course, like, Crobat is a real pain to kill because, of course, it's not on the EX and it resists fighting. So I'm just sitting here, like, 3-hit KOing it for days, and, like, by the end, like, he's at 3 prizes, and I just Lysander something up and kill it, so that was the game. Then game 2 went to time, and obviously because of the 50-minute best of 3 time rules, I went on that, so nothing major.
Yeah.
Then after that, I ran into a Primal Groudon deck, the sort of thing I think you Americans were using for a bit. Like, it ran the Landorus with the Shout of Power attack, the Scorched Earth, 4 Luchas, and Robo Substitute. And I think you all know what the Groudon deck does, right? Like, it just sets up behind the Landorus, gets a big Primal Groudon out, let's go from there.
Yeah.
So I have never played against a Primal Groudon deck at that point, so I was like, okay, how do I do with Primal Groudon? I was like, okay. So I only run 1 DCE, so my plan was to have 2 Donphans with 2 energy attacks, and then I just 2-hit a Primal Groudon. And then, like, if he scramble switches, like, if he goes bench Groudon EX scramble switch, I can knock out the Groudon that he brings up the following turn with a Lysander and a Wreck.
Okay.
Which is what happens in our first game, which ironically also took like 40 minutes because he just kept using Robo Substitute and teammates and I just couldn't get anywhere. So we played a 40-minute game 1, nothing major. And then after that, like, I win game 1, he only took 2 prizes, pretty easy. And then once again, time gets called and I went on time again.
Okay.
And then round 7, I played against Luke Kirkham, good friend of mine. And we just ID'd because he was 5-1 at this point. So I'm in top 8, I've got my invite. Do you want to know what top 8 is? I actually have top 8 in front of me, and I have all the decks with me.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, so first seed was Landorus Bats, followed by Mewtwo Wobbuffet Bats, ironically enough, which was Luke Kirkham.
Okay.
Then it was Executor, then Flareon, then another Executor, then me and my Donphan deck.
Okay.
And then Tamao and his Toad Garbodor deck, and then the Primal Groudon deck I beat the round before I intentionally drew. So, like, at this point, I'm at top 8, it's like 7 PM. I literally can't be bothered to play Pokemon now that I have my invite. So I play against Sam. Like, I've known Sam for a long, long time, since like 2013. Really good kid. Actually got his invite in the same tournament.
Okay.
So like, we just set up, and I opened probably one of the worst hands of my life playing this game. Like, I remember my game 2 hand very well. It was something like, I started double Phanpy, triple VS Seeker, and Trump card. I just popped an NG for the turn, and then Bicycle. So I just conceded. Like, our top 8 lasted 10 minutes because I literally could not be bothered to play against Executor. I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even sad either, because after that I would have had to play the Dream Crusher again with his Toad deck, and I mean, like, it would have been Executor into Toad into Lambats. It's like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, true. But still, congratulations on your invite, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, in your list, you play the one life do. I know you talked about if you own Computer Search, you would replace it, but did the life do come in clutch at all?
The Life Do came in clutch, actually, at the first and second regional. It actually did nothing in the third regional. But, like, what you would do is the Life Do, pretty much, is you would put it on a guy that they want to kill, but they can't. Like, for example, say, I have a Donphan for, like, 90 on it, but doesn't have a tool, so I attach Life Do. Now, if they bring it up, they don't take a price for it. So, like, the whole point of this deck is that you just bring up robo-subs for days, and just never take prizes, you just teammates every turn. And then you trump card once all of your robo-subs and whatnot are gone. So essentially, you never take prizes, you 2-hit KO your entire deck, and you just win, because they can't take 6 prizes ever.
Okay.
It's a pretty funny deck.
Now, you only played 2 fighting energy. Did you ever want more or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I run basically 6 fighting energy, because 4 strong energy, obviously. And the whole point of the deck is that, obviously, I run so much draw, and Donphan only needs 1 energy to attack, that I can just, like, set up Donphan in 1 turn. And even if I somehow miss the energy, I can just teammates for an energy. Since, obviously, teammates lets me grab 2 cards or whatever I want for free.
So, besides Seismito, what do you think the deck's worst matchup is?
After that tournament, and after talking to Sam for a bit, probably Executor, actually. Like, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because they're only on 7 energy. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay. So, did you like the acrobatics and bicycle and everything like that? Was it like, did it really make the deck that much faster?
Yeah, I love the speed part of it. I think the problem is with the American Donphan list I've seen, they run a Primal Growler line that list to beat Seismitoad. I think the problem with Primal Growler is, like, sure you can set up the Omega Barrier behind it, but you're giving up, like, at least 4 turns. At least. This is, like, if you draw your perfect energy attachments every single turn under item lock. And I was thinking, like, how easy is that to do? It's like, it's not easy at all. And, like, if you're giving 4 turns to a Toad player, they're probably taking 4 knockouts on your guys. And since you can't robo-sub, since obviously you're being item locked, that means you're losing, like, 3 prizes to get a Primal Growler now under perfect conditions. And then at that point, they can just set up something to deal with the Primal Growler, or they can hit your stuff around the Growler with the Lysander and whatnot. So I really don't like it. I think it's a bad decision in the deck. Hey, well, I know, right?
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so you played through Hawlucha. Do you think if adding a 4th one would help you beat Seismitoad more?
Not really. I think that even if I had 4 Hawlucha, I would still need to draw so ridiculously well. Like, I need to hit Hawlucha strong energy and fight stay in play every single turn in order to knock out Toads consistently. Or else, like, they'll just knock out your Hawluchas. Like, maybe not in 1 hit, but they'll enhance some of your energy. You just need to draw more energy, but you can't draw energy, obviously, because you're item blocked, and it's just a really bad matchup.
That's true. So, was the 2 fighting stadium enough, or did you ever want a 3rd one?
I did not want a 3rd one because, obviously, like, the list runs double trump cards. So even if they discard your stadiums, you can just recycle them back into the deck. And then with teammates, you can just freely grab a stadium whenever you want.
Okay, alright.
Like, teammates makes this deck very good, in my opinion. Probably not now. Like, I wouldn't play it now with Toad and Executor so popular. But, like, if you're seeing, like, a ton of decks that aren't those, like, a ton of Virgin. This deck smashes Virgin. I have not lost a Virgin ever with this deck.
Okay. Alright. Well, since you got your invite, are you going to make it to Worlds and everything?
Hopefully. I need to actually find out how I'm going to pay to get to Worlds, but if I can go for the 3rd year in a row, I absolutely will. There's no reason not to go to Worlds, in my opinion, if you can.
Alright, that's very true. Well, do you want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Let's see. Got to give a shout-out to Emmanuel De Silva for giving me the deck idea. The entirety of Team Cake, because they're all awesome people. I test with them quite a lot. Ryan Morehouse for the same reason, pretty much. He's a very good friend of mine. He actually thought he was going to bubble the last regional too, which I thought was pretty funny. Who else do I shout out? Give me a moment. Got to give my shout outs to pretty much everyone who let me borrow cards for Donphan, because I think by the time I hit the third regional, I owned like 30 cards for Donphan. I didn't actually own a single Donphan or Holucha or Flying Stadium or Strong Energy at the start of regionals, so gotta give a shout out to absolutely everyone who lent me out cards for that day. Too many people.
Yeah.
Absolutely too many people. This community is great for that.
Okay, well, that's very nice that they let you borrow cards.
Absolutely. I think some of them still have cards that they need to get back for me, actually.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on getting your invite and everything.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, man. Thank you for doing this.
No problem at all. Have a good day.
Alrighty, you too.